want to show you now is how to calculate the future value of money. In other words, investments. And this can really be handy because people play games with numbers when they're getting you to invest money with them. For instance, I was talking to a lady that told me she had an annuity that guaranteed her 4% in 20 years. And if she would put in $80 a month, they would guarantee her 4%. And in 20 years, she would have $24,000. And so I started doing the math on that and realized that that maybe wasn't really real good math. Well, let's look at your calculator. And the first thing you've got to notice is right up here, you need to have begin. If you don't have begin up there, hit second, payment, second, enter, second, compute. And it'll say begin right up there above your numbers. Now you're ready to do investments. They told her that in 20 years, which is 240 months from now, 240 in, they guaranteed her they were going to pay her 4%, 4IY. She didn't have any money right now, so let's zero her present value. And she's going to put in $80 a month. That's $80. Make it a negative, this little button right here, and put it into payment. Compute the future value. Just as I suspected, they told her she would have at $80 a month guaranteed 4% for 20 years, she'd have $24,000. Yet my calculator shows she should have $29,439. How did they do that if they guaranteed 4%? Well, you see, they didn't tell her what they were guaranteeing her 4% on. In other words, they said put $80 a month and we're going to pull our charges and other fees out of there, but we're not going to pay you 4% on $80. We're going to pay you 4% on what's left over. If her future value was really $24,000, let's see how much they were paying her 4% on. So just go $24,000 and put it into future value. Now let's compute her payment. $65.22. So they are paying her 4%, but they're only paying her 4% on $65.22, not the $80 she's putting in. Well, isn't that a little sleight of hand? Isn't that just a little bit dishonest to think you're making a guaranteed 4% and in reality you're probably only making about 2%? In fact, let's look at that. Let's put it in again. Let's say we're going to do $80 a month at 4%. Compute the future value. Should be $29,439. But they're not paying her that. They're actually only going to give her $24,000 future value. Compute the interest rate. So they're really only paying her 2.15% on the $80. Now, see, that's why you need to understand how to use a financial calculator. This annuity company would be doing that to her for 20 years. By the time she realized that that really wasn't 4%, it would be too late.